Hi, this is the second video to celebrate Nicus Stuff Episode 19 Trauma's 1 year anniversary. This is the behind the scenes and heavy quotes. These are just a couple of behind the scenes videos I shot during production. I think there's only like two or three. Um, and so, yeah, these are that. And yeah, so earlier I published the bloopers. Later I'll be publishing the commentary. You can check those out with the card in the top right corner. But yeah, enjoy these behind the scenes videos for Nicus Stuff Episode 19 Trauma. Alright, so before I cut in half, I want to tape it together because it is clearly, obviously, like, really abused, so, to help keep the art on, because I am going to use this in the future. Alright, let's see. That'll be good enough, as long as the art, so I think actually what I should do is take some tape, and we will stick it on here like this, and that will keep that on there. Perfect. Let's move over to the back, and same thing there. Back isn't as messed up, because obviously the back doesn't get as abused, but let's tape that on there. And then do that, and that way the covers will stay on no matter, what ever happens to this in the future. Let's go shoot that other thing. Alright, so that's tall enough. I think it needs to stay connected to the wall, so let's do, opening it up will help, and let's get some tape. And stick it up there like that. Can you see that? Kind of. But I think that'll be alright. And then my idea is that, oh yeah, that works. I got tape over here, and then I don't know if I should have tape inside it. We can do that. That'll be alright. I don't think anyone's really gonna care that much. And then, okay, I think this will be good. So let's get it unstuck. Okay, here we go. Alright, alright. So the Xbox 360 version will get in there and hold down the left side, while the Switch version will pull out the right side. Get my hand out of there, and let's do this. Alright, perfect. And then that leaves space. Or I wonder if I can just carefully yeah, look at that. Alright. Now, the next question is, how can I make it fall over? Can I, let's see. Oh, that works, actually. So, lift this up and get this. I think we need some longer tape. It's like puppeteer thing. Alright, you got that. You got that. Alright, I can't really see if hands are unshot or not. We can zoom in a bit always. Okay, that was not good enough. Alright. Let's make extensions for the tape, actually. It won't take too much. Like that. Like that. And then I'll fold the top in half so then that gives me a non-sticky grip. So I can let it go easily. So smart. Shit. Oh no, that got stuck. Oh god. Am I smart? Okay, there we go. Hands out of okay, yeah, let's do it. Here we go. Pull forward and drop. Alright, let's do it a few more times to make sure it's got some good ones to work with in case we need, in case that one wasn't good enough. Oh, stuck. Alright. Let's do that. Oh, yeah, I think that's good. Alright, so as you can see here, I am currently exporting one of the rough drafts of the final episode itself. This one is 8 minutes, 35 seconds long, and this one is just the opening, the titles, the first part, and then some other stuff, along with a rough draft of the final battle and the credits, and then I'm moving over some other files into my hard drive, and it's such a pain. But all that's happening, I thought I'd continue to add to this behind the scenes thing by doing a little behind the scenes of my whole editing setup right now, which is a lot messier than it usually is. This is a really involved episode, so there's a lot more than there usually is. I got my desk here. It's right next to a window. I like to have it right next to a window because then I'm not as sad and lonely. And you might wonder why you have cotton swabs here. I bought them the other day. They're for like cartridges. This one wasn't in trouble, but in cartridges in the future, if cartridges in the future ever stop working, if it's if it just needs to be cleaned, that lets me get some isopropyl alcohol on there and get in there and clean it. Over here, we just have a tub of random Lego figures pieces. Some of these are from previous episodes, like Legacy Nia, but most of these are random. Got like a microfighters in here. Of course, you got the wonderful Nicus Studios with the incredible sig fig made 5 years ago. Copy of the Star Wars original trilogy, because why not? Water tape. That's just stuff that's usually always here. The stuff that usually isn't always here is all of this stuff. This is a lot. As you can see, I have a whole stack of games here, and these have all been involved in the episode. So, let's see, we got Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy on Game Boy Advance boxed. This was for a very basic shot when talking about the Game Boy Advance Lego Star Wars 2 briefly. Then we have the abused copy of Lego Marvel Superheroes on DS, which I just printed out the box art and just messed up the case with the box art in it, and it's been through a lot. There have been multiple stages, and it's at the point now where it is split in half, only held together by the part up here, and I don't want to undo it because I don't want it to. You can see it here. It's just this. This is just like completely shattered. But I mean that's the point. It's That's is meant to be abused. This is Dwayne the Rock Johnson did us a solid and cut this thing in half. And if you look at the back, actually, you can see. I think I mentioned this earlier. Uh, yeah, you can see that it's the European back box art because I couldn't find a North American back box art. I could find the front cover well, and you can't see it at all, but the spine was a copy turned on its side. I just could not. No one else owned this game. I think I'm the only person who actually owned this game. Because it's really hard to find like pictures of it. Like, and I mean, I don't. I mean, it's hard to find like high quality renders of it. It's kind of annoying. Then we have the actual copy, which is kind of messed up. I don't know exactly what happened here that caused it to do all this. I always have genuinely taken care of this game. Um, but I mean, regardless, yeah, that's the normal non-abused copy. Then we got Gex Game Boy Color in the custom box that I made for it. Um, this was for the gaming on the go slogan where I just threw it because I mean what I said. This is not a good portable version of Gex. This I mean it's a good portable version, but it's like it's not like an actually good game. It's just that it took the game's core and turned it into a 2D platformer well. Not a good one, but I mean Gex was never really that good to begin with. Gex is the best part about I mean the good part about Gex are like all of Gex's quotes. Like that's like the most memorable part of the game. Just how many stupid funny things that Gex says. Again, terrible game, but good quotes. But the quotes aren't even in the Game Boy Color version because of the hardware limitations, which is just yeah. Then we have Spider-Man Edge of Time. I'm planning on covering this one pretty soon on Gaming on the Go. I'm gonna uh, wrangle up some of the portable Spider-Man games that I have for No Way Home. Uh, and so this was just for comparing, or like for explaining what Gaming on the Go was. And then we have the Switch game, so of course, Lego Marvel on Switch. It's awesome. 3D All Stars for the trash can, and Skyrim for when I talked about what a Gaming on the Go episode of Skyrim would be, which, again, would be really lame. Like, oh, here it is. It's the Xbox 360 version. There's if you've played it on, it's a special edition now on Switch. Has the DLC, which I'm pretty sure the special version does too. There's some exclusive gear themed after Zelda, but not much besides that. And then we got a console copy of, or Xbox 360 copy of Lego Marvel, and Wii copy of Edge of Time for the other Gaming on the Go part. Look at all those games. And then over here we have consoles that I've been filming with, so 2DS, Game Boy Advance, DS Lite, and Switch Lite. And then here we have loose cartridges, so Lego Marvel, Lego Batman, and Lego Star Wars on DS for very simple shots on the DS, and then Lego Star Wars 2 for that bit on the Game Boy Advance. Well, the files have finished transferring. Only 32 or only 68% left to go on exporting this. And so, you know what? Since we're doing this whole behind the scenes thing, I'm going to take you through a fun little stroll through the Google Drive that I have here. So we have the picture of Jupiter from the battle scene with Jupiter. We have the picture of the fireplace mantle. We have the picture of the fireplace itself. We have a picture of the front door itself. This had the base footage for when I'm... Oh. And the base footage for something, I don't know why that's there. Transparent abused copy. Then we have a rough draft of the battle that I threw together yesterday, which 3 more clips were made today. Then we have Final Battle Shot 4, Shot 5, Um, and then this is, I think, number part number 7 when they go into the stratosphere or whatever, and then shot 1 where they come in, shot 2 which is just the game going up and down, shot 3 which is where the battle begins, shot 6 which is in the sky, shot 8 which is where they go to Jupiter, and then shot 9 where they go back down to Earth, and then the opening and the titles. And this was trying to edit, so it's pretty messy and there's not too much in here, but it's been really nice because for the whole final battle thing, I have been keyframing things, and my laptop, I don't have the software, and it is, and it probably can't run on this laptop anyways. But luckily, my school, I take 2 film classes there, and there's literally just a room full of Macs for multiple classes. But anyways, during 7th hour and during study hall, well, 7th hour, my class is just straight up, um, in the film classes, and I just hang out in the Mac lab with my friends. And over the last week, I've been working on the keyframe stuff while I've been in there, and then also during study hall, uh, one of my friends and I would just go in there and I work on this stuff. So I've been using Final Cut Pro to keyframe it, and I really don't like working with Macs. When I was a freshman in 2019, I really wanted a Mac, like a lot. But then I started to like regularly use one in, those classes, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't like using Mac. They're so complicated. Of course, Final Cut exports files in .mov, which these files are huge. Like, all of these are 100 to 200 megabytes, and they don't work in Movie Maker, so I had to convert them to, I think it's still here actually from last night. Anyways, though, I had to convert them to MP4 so I could use them in Movie Maker. And guess what? The file sizes went from 100 something megabytes to 1 or 2 megabytes. So it just makes me like even more upset at Final Cut Pro. But anyways, this is a drive. It's a nice simple way for me to be able to access files from home at school and files at school from home. Um, every single day ends with me rushingly exporting and uploading to Google Drive before we leave. But yeah, it's pretty cool.